Warning, this episode contains spoilers for many popular anime, cartoons, and TV shows. So viewers and listeners, discretion advised, please. Okay. All right. That's all.
Hey, it's Crunchycast, the Crunchyroll podcast. I'm Tim Liu.
I'm Cristal Marie.
I'm Curt Ritchie.
And let's get straight into it. This episode is about spoilers.
And I'm mad already.
This all started, if you guys want to check out why this episode is a thing, check out episode 3, where we had a little debate, a little discussion, I'd say a little friendly banter, back and forth.
Nothing friendly about it. I'm
Just
actually living
some
right now.
light pitter patter about spoilers, and we decided to make a whole episode where we're going to debate about spoilers, just everything around it.
Just some light seething rage.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I want to do a whole intro. Tim versus Curt. Fight!
I feel like the odds are against me already. Well, first of all, I feel like we got to bring up like the full context, right? So Tim had said during was it last episode? I don't count these things. Tim had said at one point, he was like, "Oh no, I love getting spoiled," which I felt like everyone agreed is like a wild term. And I'm like, yo, what are you liking? Why? Or like, since when did liking spoilers become a thing? I feel like it's common knowledge to not enjoy ruining a show. But maybe that's just me, because after that episode came out and we put a clip of that on the internet, I didn't see one comment, not a one disagreeing with Tim. And I was like, when did everyone's opinion change on spoilers? There's literally, like, I don't know if I feel like a lot of people use Discord now, at least in my space. There's literally a tag for spoilers. Like, if it was common that people like spoilers, there would not be a need for tag. So I'm very confused right now.
No,
I'm very confused right now.
People like looking for spoilers. People like searching and finding out spoilers. They still want common courtesy.
What?
To not be
That is-
spoiled.
You just said a paradox.
No. This is Discord. You're in Discord. You're scrolling around. You love spoilers, but you still don't want to see them just fresh, raw. You don't want to see it. You don't want to see the dead body on the ground fresh. You want to see the little body bag over it so you can unzip it to be like, yep. That's the guy.
That's kind of weird. That's almost like you're gonna click on it to spoil yourself by accident.
No, you're actively kneeling and unzipping the body bag to go. Yep.
You're describing it like the meat industry. Like everyone, like the people we love to see it, but I don't want to see how it gets to my table. Come on, man. So
this is how Curt is right now. Curt's in the village. Kurt's in like the M. Night Shyamalan movie, The Village. He's just in his community. He's like, spoilers are bad.
Oh, don't
he goes
spoil
outside. Got him.
Oh my god.
We start first by spoiling the M. Night Shyamalan movie, Village. Yeah.
Explain your reasoning to me. And apparently a lot of people on the internet agree with your point that I don't even want to say it. Spoilers are good.
Getting heartburn. You're getting heartburn.
I'm getting heartburn. I'm getting heart palpitations thinking about this.
All right. So my take on spoilers is right. I don't mind spoilers. Personally, I don't mind spoilers. I will go search out spoilers willy-nilly. I'll roam the fields to get spoiled. If a friend of mine's like, I already watched this thing, do you care if I spoil it? I'll say no, and I'll let them blab on. But I do not like when people are spoiled without their approval, without their consent. Non-consensual spoilers are bad. I just want to say that out first of all, because there's too many people that are just spoiling people for the heck of it, So
okay, all right. I feel like that's a given, though, right?
You say that, but I've been on Twitter.com and other .coms long enough to know that people don't care. People will spoil critical.
They will
stuff.
corner Curt now. Actually, Curt, be careful.
Oh, consensual spoilers. Make sure both sides are consenting before you spoil. I feel like that's a given. That's a given that if I would want to know, but my reason why I'm bugging is, why do you want to know?
Oh
Why
That's
do
what
you
I'm saying.
want to know?
You have problems even with consensual spoilers. You're like, why
Yeah,
are you
no,
getting
I'm
spoiled?
like, bro,
why
like,
are
I'm
you
like-
both agreeing to this?
I've been. I love how we keep going back to the relationship metaphors. I've been hurt before. Okay, I wanna experience this thing new and fresh. I don't know. So when it comes to stories, I want to know them like just as they are, like a lot of the people who watch them did. Like I just want to go in and be surprised.
Kurt, there's
and
still
figure it
people
out on my
that
own.
don't want spoilers. It's okay, man. It's okay.
But no, I don't. I
Commenters
want
aren't-
the full story. Like, here's an example, right? So I've been playing, like y'all see my background. I was playing Danganronpa for like the first time. I think it was V3.
Don't spoil it. I haven't played it.
No, don't worry. I won't spoil anything. There was a certain
man hates
character.
spoilers.
Yeah, right. I would never do unto you as that I hate to me. So there was one character that at the time I wasn't feeling like that, and they were like, "Oh, well then you're gonna love the next chapter," and I'm like, "Dude, you acting like I have no brain." Like I'm not gonna put so they die. All right, thanks. You just ruined it. And I was like, and the entire chapter was ruined because I knew they were gonna die, and the whole interesting bit is figuring out who's gonna die and how they died. And I'm like, oh my god, are you kidding me? So it ruined like I was sitting there for 6 hours. 6 hours, Tim. Like
Wow, that's a
I'm
long
wasting my
time.
time. I've wasted my time. I'm
Listen,
wasting my time. And
I'll
I don't know
just
why
say-
would you want that for yourself?
I'll say
Why would
this.
you want that for yourself?
You're hurt. You're just now projecting your hurt and pain to the
this
other
is-
folks.
It's not projecting.
don't-
This is how I feel. It's like I
This is
got
what
cheated
happened.
on.
This
It's like I got
happened to
cheated
me.
on. I'm like, getting cheated on isn't fun. I don't think I would like that again. You know what I mean?
You know what's funny though? I feel like I could use some of your arguments as to why spoiling yourself can be good. Like, I don't personally,
Please,
I'm gonna
please.
say I'm pretty neutral about this stuff. I don't feel too passionate either way. I don't mind being spoiled, but I also don't necessarily like being spoiled. Like I've got two scenarios where I feel passionate about them, and neither of them have to do with me being spoiled, rather with someone I love getting spoiled. With a series that I think is really good, that deserves to not be spoiled. Like when I see that happen, it pisses me off. Versus if I get spoiled, I don't actually get pissed off. I'm fine with that.
Cristal Marie takes the punches. If she sees someone else getting punched, it's like,
Here's the description you used about you've been hurt before, and that's how you feel about spoilers, right? I feel like that applies to why you want to get spoiled. Like, I've been hurt before in watching something that I trusted the author would lead me in a path that wouldn't hurt me.
Cristal explains masochism.
And then, and I accept it's masochism without a safe word. You can't control what's going to happen because the outcome is decided.
God.
So instead, it turns out that you are very hurt or disappointed by the outcome. And now I feel like I need to read sometimes even the ending of a series before I decide to commit to it. Just because
What is wrong
I'm
with
not
you?
willing. I'm not willing to go through the pain
What's
again.
wrong with you people? You want to know
that's
the
not
ending?
why I like spoiler. That's not why.
Whoa, I was like,
different from
Tim's
me.
like,
Yeah,
yo,
yeah.
keep her
whoa,
away
whoa,
from
whoa,
me. Hold on,
whoa,
she's saying
whoa,
some
whoa.
wild stuff right now.
I like to
Like, so
curate.
I had a terrible ending. Now I just read endings so I don't feel
Yeah,
bad.
yeah, I'm like,
that's not
Cristal,
me.
what
That's
is
not
this?
where I'm at. Yeah.
I
What is
sometimes
this
need to
story
know the
step
ending
on me?
first.
You're like, you want your stories to step on you. Like,
Yes, I need
why?
my story to be a good dom. You know, there needs to be aftercare. I need to know what's coming. Otherwise, I'm not
There's
signing
no
up a contract for
aftercare.
this.
Now our producer's gonna have to put another trigger warning for this and be like BDSM. He's got to put like spoiler episode, trigger warning BDSM. People
Yeah,
are gonna
what
be like, why are you guys talking about BDSM for spoilers?
Yo, so like my point here is that I prefer to go into a story like knowing nothing because I get to experience everything for myself. Like, sure, getting a spoiler might get you into the series, but don't you think you would have liked it more
Kurt,
if you learned
Kurt-
it at that moment?
But Kurt, you don't understand. As someone who actively seeks out spoilers, I'm figuring out myself too.
All I
I'm
hear is
figuring
I
it out
hate
myself.
me.
I love me. I love me. I love me so much. I love me so much. Because for me too, I explained this on episode 3 too, but people telling me how stuff happens, you can never really, if I already like the anime, like I'm gonna watch it to find out how they execute it. You know, you can't describe to me the animation, the voice, the sound, etc., etc. Like so that's how I feel. I don't care about if you spoil me. I'm like, that sounds pretty cool.
Like an insane
check it out.
person to me.
I sound like I'm going.
Like this is like I've never thought I was like close-minded, but this must be what it's like. I have no idea what you're talking. Yeah, I used to think I was open-minded, but I was like, no, I have no idea what you're talking about. Like zero idea. But apparently I'm the wrong because a lot of
Curt,
people.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
But-
You're just someone
everyone,
who needs to be protected.
don't patronize me.
Kurt,
Don't patronize me.
Kurt read all the tweets and the YouTube comments were just like, I agree with Tim. Yes, I do like getting
bro.
spoiled. And Kurt's going, what do you?
Yo, I was like, no, I was hurt. I was
I'll
like,
get in that thread for you, Kurt. I'll go there and be like, no, protect the
don't
Kurts
patronize
of
me.
anime.
y'all the type
Don't
to
spoil
leave your
them.
doors unlocked at night because you like the possibility that someone might break into your house. That's the vibes I'm getting. Cristal, stop smiling. Stop smiling. I don't know.
That's
but
an
it's
interesting
just,
metaphor. It's like, it's not Cristal.
So-
It's
I
terrifying.
mean, listen. It
like
just,
I maybe I just won't get it, but there obviously
but
is
broken
a line
in by
for
someone
y'all.
you know and trust and have previous agreement with. Okay, like this is not about what might randomly occur. I'm just saying.
I'm concerned for what Tim likes. I'm just concerned for Cristal, period.
Yeah.
But then what's the line for y'all then? Because obviously everyone has like different spoiler tolerances. Just me personally, I don't want to get spoiled, period. I want to go in. If I like the story, I like the story. And if I don't, I don't. But there's got to be a point for y'all where you're like, okay, you just ruined it for me.
There's no.
You can't be serious.
No,
Right
I
up.
have no limits. No limits. I don't give a.
Tim has no safe
beep.
word.
I don't give a beep. No, but Kurt, going back real quick to what you said before about Danganronpa, right? Like that kind of spoilers. So I do want to say I do not like those kind of spoilers where you make a post on the social media.coms and then somebody comes in smug as hell because they've already played it or read it or watched it, you know, and then they're just like, you're gonna hate or love what happens next. And it's like, who are you, the Riddler? Like I don't need the smugness. Like I don't need the smugness. I only appreciate it when I'm seeking it on myself. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't like it when I'm just like, wow, I love this character, and someone just comes in like, wow, you're gonna have a bad time. You're gonna whoa.
So let
Wink,
me
wink,
get this
wink,
straight.
nudge, nudge. Like I don't like that.
or worse, when they think they're being smart
Mm-hmm.
and they're trying to not tell you, but they totally told you anyway.
You told because
You attach
newsflash,
an
we
emotion.
have brains. like bro, I have the ability to put
But that's why
one and two together.
For me,
You know what I
I
mean?
personally feel like when you're doing that, you're not trying to spoil or you're not trying to get them interested. You're just doing it because you want people to know that they know. Like they want to
You're
be
right.
like, I know already.
You're right, and I hate them the most. I
I agree with that.
hate
I agree
them.
with that.
I hate them more than I hate the people who will just straight out spoil me, because it's like being mean to my face. Like the person who's just like, yo, this person dies. It's like they're like, yo, I personally I don't like you at all. I respect that because you came up to me straight up versus someone who's like, oh, you're going to feel really sad in the upcoming chapter, who thinks I'm stupid. That's like the person who's nice to my face and then goes to the back and talks to Tabitha about how they didn't like my shoes after they complimented how my shoes
They're at the
were.
water cooler like, look at that Dumbo didn't check out the series already. Stupid.
Yeah. I gotta admit, there's like a specific kind of spoiler person I do absolutely hate also, and it's like an evolution of that. It's the co-pilot spoiler person. They're literally sitting with you, and every time a scene's coming up, they go like,
Yeah,
Oh,
okay,
no.
okay, that's
oh
bad.
my
That's bad
God,
spoiler.
shut up.
That's
Like,
bad spoiler.
Dude,
don't do
is-
that. Or they hold your hand like something's coming up, and they go like, like they make
like,
a
yeah,
reaction
shut up.
before it happens.
Shut up.
Nothing's happened yet. Everything's chill.
Everyone, I feel like people have like this thing. It's the same reason like a lot of people watch Let's Plays. A lot of the time, they've already played the game. It's because they want to see your reactions.
Yeah, that's
and they want to see you experience it the same way they experienced it. But people experience things differently.
Sorry.
Bro, like so again, I go back to the Danganronpa thing when I would stream that. Like I'd bring people on my streams and they'd like watch the game with me, majority of them had already played the game. And they would be like, yo, did you pay attention to that? And I'm like, shut up. Shut up. Like, let me be wrong. That's what I like. You gotta let me be wrong. Like
Or go back and re-explore.
We're talking beyond the aspect of spoilers. I feel like we're just talking about people can just be a little obtuse, a little abrasive, you know? Because to me, I don't like the attitude. I don't like the attitude versus the... I don't care about the spoiler, honestly. Once again, as I said, I don't care about the spoiler.
Wrong.
So Curt hates the people, and then the spoiler itself.
Spoiler,
I just hate the people.
Yeah, that's why
I just hate the people.
So I have such a visceral reaction right now because I'm already anti-spoiler. Like, I don't want to see nothing. And then also you give it to me when I did not ask for it. There's no consent to this spoiler. I am spoiler asexual. I have no attraction to spoilers at all.
We've got the three perspectives of spoilers here then, because we got the anti-spoiler, the I'm cool with the spoilers, and the I'm here to protect the ones who don't want to be spoiled. Like, literally my role whenever I'm in a Discord or a chat or whatever is when somebody even hints at a spoiler and someone's experiencing it for the first time, I do like this emoji bomb just to get rid of the chat so that it scrolls up real quick.
Yeah.
So that when they look at the chat, they don't see it. Because I do feel like, I think the most exciting thing for me is to be 100% spoiled, already know everything, have analyzed the whole thing, know that it's good, and then watch someone go through it blind. That's my favorite fan experience.
That's great. I do that too, as long as you not a word.
Yeah.
I'm cool with protecting the Curts.
Yeah.
Protect the Curts.
Because there's a very subsect of people who will, I hate that. There's like a subsect of people who often will, like we said, will like tell you how you're going to feel. And that's like as bad as spoiling.
Yeah.
Like they'll be like, oh, dude, this part's gonna make you sad. Well, now I know it's sad and I can put it together. The character I like is probably gonna go through some bullshit or die. You know what I mean?
You're not ready for this season finale. Shut up.
Whoa, you're not ready for this one. Yeah, this is
I'm like, no, like, I don't, what if I was ready?
I hope they just hold hands and sing.
So now I'm confused then. I'm like, so this is like, why do y'all like them then?
I love them though. But I love looking for them myself. Like, I love...
Okay, explain this process. Explain this. I feel like I'm like from a different culture than y'all. And y'all are like showing me how you like poop in a bucket.
We're the alien race. We're the spoilerians. Spoilerians.
Yeah, I've been using toilets for years, and y'all are showing me how you poop in buckets. Explain.
Oh, look at that!
Why?
Look at this
how dare you?
See, he gets to poop in toilets, and we're pooping in buckets, guys.
For all you know, we've got a holographic sim.
Yeah,
I don't know how to.
No, there is nothing.
I don't know.
We have the technology to know how we're gonna poop already. That's what we're taught. We poop in a toilet, but we already know.
You know
exactly
what?
what poop we're gonna get.
We transcended poop, Curt. We don't poop.
Oh, you're right.
Pooping's one of the great pleasures in life. I'm very glad I'm on my side.
Oh
so like,
my producer wants us to move on from the poop analogy because he's not gonna put content warning for BDSM and poop.
You misspelled longer.
What the hell is this episode?
Content warning is gonna be BDSM and poop. It's gonna be terrible.
It's gonna be two podcasters, one spoiler.
But can y'all like walk me through like the begin? So like, from you learn about the existence of a show to you actively searching for spoilers for it, like, and maybe I'll stop you when I'm confused.
You're gonna stop us,
like, cause
he's just gonna stop us.
All right, so there, right.
For me, it would be like, I don't know. Usually,
give me an example of what spoilers you search for, so I can understand what the heck are y'all talking about.
Maybe like here's a good example. That's like not really me actively searching for spoilers, but I'll sometimes look up Wikipedia articles for things, you know? Before it used to be just for fun,
It's the whole show, Tim. It's the whole
sometimes the synopsis is like just like 2 words, or sometimes you get the whole thing. And I just I don't know, my brain just goes, wall of text. Let me check it out. I just keep reading it, just keep scrolling. I'm like,
instead of like it was like a goodie box, like it was like you were doing the lotto.
Yeah.
Like, oh, baby, okay. Baby.
But now I'm reading more wikis because I'm working now. Like for my work, I'll read like a wiki for an anime, and I'm just like, I noticed the synopsis tag, and I'm like, yeah. Each episode, I'm like, all right.
I do that if I knew I wasn't gonna watch the show.
See, I do that even if I was gonna watch the show. If I'm watching
I do
the
that
show,
to decide if I'm gonna watch.
Once again, Curt, I don't care. I just don't
I'm
care.
still not getting why. I'm like,
I think my brain transcends truly because I just go, I don't care, and you're like, why? And I'm just like,
what?
I don't know.
It doesn't make sense. We watch. This is why we watch stuff, Tim. This is why we watch.
I still watch stuff too.
Why?
And he enjoys it, Curt. He's enjoying it.
I'm having a good time. I got a big
And
smile on my
I'm the
face.
crazy one. Everyone disagrees with me.
Okay, no.
Kurt's making a lot of
no.
sense, but he's sounding like the crazy one now.
I'm getting gaslit
Yeah.
by the entire internet. I swear to God, I'm getting gaslit by the entire internet.
Here.
Like everyone, Tim sent out like a mass message to all the Crunchyroll subscribers.
It's like,
and it was
guys,
like, yo,
don't tell anyone, but let's prank Curt. Let's all pretend
let's-
like we love
let's mess
spoilers.
with Curt. We're gonna tell everyone. When did that? I'm still not getting into the logos of it. I
You just won't get it. You're just hating from outside the club, and it's fine. And it's fine. There's no. You have your own club.
Bro, but send me the site how you got in. That's all I need. I need the reason. I need the reasoning. I'm so.
He wants my origin story. He wants my origin story.
What changed you? I need like either walk me through a show example.
Birthed out the womb. I don't.
Wait,
actually,
actually,
no.
true.
Actually,
Did you always spoil
No.
yourself? Like,
yes. Okay. So here is my origin story. So in Korea, this is for all the Koreans living in Korea.
Right,
They'll know what I'm
finally.
talking about. There's like a specific format of show where they literally, so a new movie's coming out, and they'll give you they'll show you a guy narrating over the entire movie except for the final like ending. Because at the end, they'll be like, find out next what happens by watching this movie. And it's like a regular format in Korea. You spoil like 90% of the film to get people excited to watch the film in theaters. And I grew up watching that. So I guess that's my origin story. I watched those. Now I don't give a shit about spoilers. In fact, I'm going to go watch the movie now. I'm like, that's cool. Now I don't have a man speaking over it with a little funny voice. This one's for all the Koreans. All the South Koreans out there, let me know in the comments if you've also watched these shows, because it's like a regular ass thing. It's like a regular
that's a
primetime
cultural
TV. Yeah, maybe that's what.
It is
Maybe
a
there's
cultural
my origin story. It's a cultural thing.
I don't
know. I think I'm just built different. I think I just pop out the womb going like, "Hey, what happens in One Piece, dude?" Like,
because I feel like
fill
it's
me in,
common.
like, tell me
feel like
why
it's
I
common.
should watch it. Give me a spoiler that is so exciting that it makes me jump into the series. Like, I get that perspective.
yeah, I want to.
Okay,
Yeah.
so for a show I have seen, so first off, I still have no idea what you're talking about. I still have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
But like
come to an agreement.
No, I don't
I've
think
got-
so.
wait,
Because
there's-
for one, it's like, what's the point of watching the show? It's like I feel like trailers that have the whole show outlined are historically disliked.
Ah,
It's like,
depends
well,
on
that
the
was, like, kinda
genre.
just wasted.
I think it depends
See,
on
here
the
comes
genre.
Cristal. Cristal truly is sitting in the middle. Like she sways one way or the other.
I really
In
feel
fact,
very
Cristal is the
passionless.
most powerful person. I feel like, yeah, that's
Don't
the
give
most
her-
powerful.
Now we're gaslighting Cristal. Now we're gaslighting Cristal.
Listen, there are several, like, I feel that it comes down to who you are, what you enjoy, and the genre. For example, I don't enjoy horror as a genre. Like, or let's say I enjoy it as long as I know what's going to happen. Why? Because I get too stressed watching it. I am too impressionable.
that's
I'm one of those
acceptable.
people that if I see a poster for a taco ad, I am buying tacos. I am seriously that person. I see an ad
Cristal,
for
an ad is
a
not a
doll.
spoiler. An ad for a Taco Bell is
The
not a
point
spoiler.
is, the point, I'm hungry, okay?
No,
I
they
am
said it was
hungry
zesty.
right now.
The new quesadilla with
Dang.
Dorito sprinkles. Come on, I want to find out when I bite into it.
What if it was-
I
hey,
think food.
the
can't-
crunch.
I would please.
The crunch
don't
was unexpected.
Spoil my food, but you could spoil my food. You don't.
Yes,
I don't like
yes.
spoiled food.
But
Yeah.
it's
But if
similar.
we're
I don't
talking
like
about how it
spoilers
tastes,
for
that's
food.
fine.
But
that goes back to the things I think didn't have to be explained.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I have a point.
If you serve
I-
me a plate, I want to know what's in the plate. Spoil me.
I want to know what I'm going to eat.
Spoilers.
That's actually a great analogy right there. I do want to know
No,
what
it
I'm
is
going to
not.
eat.
Is
No,
it?
it's not.
No, it's
when
not.
it comes
No.
when
No.
it comes when
No,
it
it's
comes
not.
to When it comes to horror films, what they're going to serve on your plate is probably some type of bug. I want to know if the bug is tasty first before I bite it. That's part of it.
Just a
because
review.
I hate bugs. No, it's not.
That's
no,
a
it's
review,
not.
Cristal
No, it's not.
Marie.
I experience
Yes,
horror
it is.
the way I experience a Taco Bell ad. It immediately becomes ingrained in my head. I will forever have it in there. I will be traumatized by this horror. So I need to know what's going to happen so that I know kind of what to expect.
I personally love saying Taco Bell ad is a spoiler. That's a great take. Cristal Marie's great take is an ad, a Jack in the Box ad is a spoiler. You saying the new Munchies meal at 10 p.m. that's a spoiler. How dare you spoil me?
Give me my surprise
right now.
I was
This
getting
one I
somewhere.
can't even agree with. I don't get that. Yeah, I don't get that one.
The horror
Cristal
thing?
keeps saying things that I don't understand.
I don't even
Horror.
understand what she's saying.
Horror.
Horror, finding out spoilers for horror is just like watching the Taco Bell ad. Is what I'm getting.
Bro, I get it in a sense of like I would like to know where the
I
jump
was
scares
explaining
are. You can explain that, 'cause I
myself.
don't like jump scares.
I'm explaining the way my brain processes information, as in I'm impressionable like a child. So
I didn't know I
horror-
didn't want to be in there in your brain so bad. I didn't know. I was like, now that I've entered your brain, I don't know if I want to get out. I want to get out
can't.
of here.
That's the twist. You can't get out now.
So then,
But
can y'all
that's
give me an
hard.
example of like, so let's say Attack on Titan. What's a spoiler that you would like give somebody to get them into the show, or would you just look up the show?
I mean,
I'm just trying to understand.
Like if I'm recommending
Yeah.
Attack on Titan,
Well, let's do one. If you heard about Attack on Titan, what's your process into going? And then if you're recommending it, out of
if I
curiosity.
heard of Attack on Titan,
Yeah.
first off, just being on Twitter or the days of Tumblr, like you end up getting a lot of spoilers. I feel like you end up just intaking it as a general rule of thumb. So yeah, I would probably see some spoiler for it. I'd be like, okay, I'll check it out, and then I proceed to check it out. But what I won't do when I'm recommending the stuff is I don't spoil things to people. If that also makes sense. I like spoilers, but I hate telling people spoilers because I don't know. I assume the world is Curt. That's why. You're not being gaslit, Curt. I assume the world is filled with Curts.
world
like
is
that's what I go
Curt.
with. Yeah.
No, I get
Yeah.
it's like it's the assumption. I get it's the assumption that you don't want to be spoiled because you don't hurt someone by not spoiling them versus the
That's what-
opposite.
that's-
Like,
yeah,
There's no
that's-
going back.
Yeah. So we had a little discussion about this before we recorded, and Curt said something along the lines of, when is a spoiler public domain?
Yeah.
He said the
yeah,
words
when
public
is it-
when that's what we should talk about. That's what
Yeah,
we really
I-
should get into debating about.
because that goes along with the whole like seeing them on socials because I'll like see stuff on social media, right? And I won't get mad because it just happened. It just hopped up, and I'm like, okay, like, but if like people are just giving to me, I get that. I'm not searching for it. Like, all right, wow. But there are some spoilers that I feel like are allowed to just be generally said. Like, am I wild for saying Goku turned Super Saiyan? Like, is that? I feel like that's public domain.
That's
a public domain spoiler.
that one is too easy because I feel like there's a great image, Adrian, producer. If you can pull up the image of the Goku Takeria thing, and Goku's already Super Saiyan. His hair is blonde, so it's so common knowledge that you walk. It's like the Macy's Thanksgiving, the little parade that they have. I think the big Goku that they had is Super Saiyan. Like, so
Yeah.
it's so common knowledge that you could just be born and just look up to the skies and go,
Yeah,
oh,
and
that's Goku and he's Super Saiyan. You know,
and
like,
those are fine.
Yeah,
I feel like
that's like-
public domain spoilers are fine.
that's like I am your father.
Yeah, it's like that's a given. Like that's
But
a given.
see,
And
but
I
those are the
understand that.
spoilers where you find out, but you have to watch how they become, how you get the "I will be your father," "I am your father," not "I will be your father." Yeah, okay.
I'm okay with
Okay.
those because those are like so culturally significant that I'm like okay, I get. But for like new shows, I'm like,
I've got-
but like there are, but
I've
Yeah,
got a
story
recent
shows.
example.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I got a recent example, and it's actually a movie that I would not have checked out if I had not gotten the spoiler for it, which is PROMARE. So that's a recent one, and honestly,
What spoiler?
that
Out of
there
curiosity.
that I mean, have you watched it? I don't want
Yes.
to spoil you.
We watched
Okay.
it
Spoiler
together,
alert,
Cristal.
Right,
PROMARE.
we did. Spoil-
Cristal!
I'm sorry, I forgot. Right.
She
okay.
needed that spoiler. She needed that spoiler. She needed-
Spoilers. We watched it together. We did a whole podcast on.
You're right.
on it.
You're right.
We talked about it at length for an hour.
See, maybe that's my advantage. You
Spoilers.
can spoil me, and I have the memory of a goldfish. I'll forget anyway. But
That's
Alright,
really not a
that's
spoiler,
But-
it's really not a spoiler. You did that together. You were there.
I know. I'm sorry. Okay, but okay. So spoiler for anybody who hasn't watched PROMARE, out of courtesy for the Curts. There is a moment of on-screen lip locking in the scene in cinema that happens in PROMARE between Gallo and Leo, and it's not there's debate over whether that can be considered a kiss or not. It doesn't even matter to me, but the fact that it happened is something that made me want to watch the film, because I am too used to films not necessarily taking risks like that. So it's something that when it was brought up to me, I was like, oh, they went there? Oh, I'm watching this. And I had no idea about the rest of the film. I was just like, they went there. Okay, I need to see what the heck, because that's not something that usually happens. But what does usually happen is just an average or just a traditional shonen story, which I've seen so many of them that now I just need to know what angle it's coming from that's unique
I get
as
that.
to why I should watch it.
I get that. I would not actively search for it, but if it came across my eyes, I would be like, okay, because like that's historic. But I wouldn't call that.
But that's a spoiler.
Like, I mean, yeah. So I'll let that slide. Like,
So
if
you
it came
have
across my eyes,
acceptable spoiler thresholds.
I am never ever actively see like that. Like, but if I come across something and I have no idea about it, I will accept that. I would have preferred to not have known, but why be upset? No, unless it's a show I was already anticipating to see. And like, but if it's like I have no idea about it and it comes across my timeline, then I'm like, okay, I'm not upset. And sure, it helps to me to get into it, but it's a double-edged sword, because then if it's a big moment, I might be upset. So I'll accept that, but searching for them, completely different animal.
No, we're going straying back to searching. Now we have to talk about what time period is it okay to start spoiling stuff.
I didn't share my origin story now that I think about it. Like, there is a genuine moment where I became a please spoil me or I will look for the spoiler person. And I blame Game of Thrones, honestly. A Game of Thrones to me honestly ruined me in that sense. Why? Because it was a long-running series. It was a cultural phenomenon. It lasted years. And I really, really, really wasn't spoiled for anything. Like, I genuinely did not seek out spoilers for that one. I never read the books. I never looked up what was happening in the books. And I remember that everybody who did read the books was always talking about potential stuff that might happen. I experienced that whole series as it is. However, if anybody is aware, and in case they're not, spoilers for Game of Thrones.
For Game of Thrones.
It ended in a trash fire. It ruined me. It made me feel like I had invested my life, my intelligence, my feelings into this thing that lasted years, and the payoff was zilch. So now it's almost like I need to either 100% trust who created the series, and I do that. Like, if there's a film that's being made by a director that I know always comes through with really great quality work, I genuinely do not look up spoilers. I just go for it. It happened with Ride Your Wave, for example. I had no idea what I was going to expect in that film when I went in. If it's like a series that I already love and I've enjoyed so far, and every season has been a delight, even if it's not perfect, I'm down to not necessarily no spoilers, because I'm enjoying the ride and I'm not fully committed to it in a way that's going to hurt me. But when something has me super tense and it feels like it's going to take a lot of my time or require an investment of energy, that I need to know if it's worth it at this point. And it's literally because of that moment. So you know what? Game of Thrones, you ruined me. It's you.
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
Fantastic
You
point.
son of a gun.
Fantastic point.
You ruined it.
Still not a spoiler review. The ending's bad is not a spoiler. It's
I'm
like,
trying not to
I think
spoil
that's
it.
fine.
But it's just
No. I mean, like, I agree. I was like, if someone says the ending's bad, then I'm like, that's not a spoiler. I'm like, that's a review, which is different.
Yeah, but
I
it's, at
get
that
what you're
point, I don't
saying.
even
Totally
care
understand
if
what
the
you're
series has other stuff that happens in it, because the whole point is the payoff's gonna
Yeah, because
suck.
I'm not gonna waste my time.
Exactly.
get
So,
that.
yeah, that's where, like, I'm not looking for a spoiler of an exciting moment. I'm looking to know if it's worth me even going through the experience. Like, I'm the person now who goes into a bookstore, and before I buy it, I check the ending of the book. I'm like, am I going to spend money on this thing now? Okay. Yes. or you know, if it's like a manga, like, is my ship gonna hook up? I need to know at this point because I've gone through some stress. Really,
it's like Cristal gets the perfect mix of spoiler and reviews. Like she wants that perfect matrimony of spoiler and review. You know, like yeah.
You can
Versus
trust me
like,
to
I don't
deliver
care.
that.
I don't care. Game of Thrones, I can know specific moments that are happening. I'll read up the lore video, you know? I'll watch a YouTube 15-minute video where it's like, this is what's going to happen in Game of Thrones. Like,
Hell, I think it's a talent to be someone who can spoil without spoiling. Like, in the sense that you can reveal that a big moment's going to happen, make you excited about it, but not actually tell you what exactly is going to happen.
don't say
I
that.
think that's
Don't
a talent.
say that because now you got all the people going like, oh, you're going to be sad when that happens.
not those.
Like,
No,
ooh,
I
you're
am.
gonna-
That is
yeah,
the
yeah.
worst one. And that's the worst
They
one.
think they're being
No, not the
4D. They think
co-pilot.
they're being
No.
4D.
Not the
Yeah.
co-pilot. No, not
do
the
not,
co-pilot.
do not wish that. Do not
You're right.
wish that.
I take it back. That's not how I wanted to say it. But someone
Because it's a real skill. Because
Who knows how to
it is
curate.
a very real skill.
like I
can
love
pique
doing
your
that
interest.
for my friends. Yeah.
Yeah.
To tell them like, you should watch this. It's good, solid. Seriously, whatever happens, stick to it to the end. And then tell me what you think. And then I'll shut up. I will not even make
Going
an
back, though. No.
expression.
We need to come to the conclusion. When is it okay to start spoiling? So we've already gotten if it's a big cultural event, it's fine. Like how can you stop anybody from knowing Goku's Super Saiyan? Yeah. But now what about time period? What about time period? You know, like when is it old and you can spoil it?
A good example of that is, I said this earlier, is Aaron.
Spoilers for Attack on Titan.
Aaron becomes a Titan. Like, is that a spoiler? I don't think that's like a what? Like Deku gets powers.
Wait,
Like
whoa. Spoiler for My Hero Academia.
Oh my God.
Hey, buddy.
Kurt,
Whoa.
you're spoiling everyone,
For a
Kurt.
man who
What's
hates
wrong with
spoilers,
you?
yeah.
but
he's firing off
as a
shots.
spoiler hater,
Jeez.
no, but I wouldn't consider those, in my personal opinion, spoilers.
Next thing you're gonna tell me what happens in episode 3 of Madoka. Is that just gonna slip?
And maybe that goes into a further conversation of what defines a spoiler, because I think these two mix. Because what becomes public domain for spoilers, at least in what Tim was saying, is that it's something, usually it's culturally, it's old and it's culturally just been a thing.
Yeah. See, that's where I disagree with the Attack on Titan spoiler, because there's no promotional art or popular art that shows Eren Yeager, the guy, transforming into the Attack Titan. You see Attack Titan in promotional stuff, but if you don't know, you can't link that small ass kid to the big, you know, because that's the whole big twist in Attack on Titan is people Titans. Spoiler alert for Attack on Titan.
Super spoiler for Attack on Titan, whoever. Especially for that guy who was 7 years in jail.
Hey, what the?
I think they also become that way because of it's like how the meaning of a word changes because everyone starts using it a certain way. Like people use Google as a term, just search. I could be on Bing and be like, I'm about to Google it. Like that.
Poor Bing.
It's become a
Poor Bing.
Yeah, poor Bing. Yeah, shots at Bing.
Aw, Bing.
But I feel like a lot of people have seen enough clips to know on social media to know that. Like people have seen enough clips of Deku with powers to be like, oh, he gets powers. Maybe not eating a hair, but somehow he gets powers. Like Deku has powers in anime.
But you see that? I consider that a spoiler because it's the shock of how he gets the power.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. Then I agree. How he gets the power is a spoiler. The fact that he has powers is not a spoiler. I agree with that. And
because you see trailers now, Deku's pew, like flying everywhere. How is he going to do that if he had no powers? You know, like
yeah. So,
but it's the punchline of. Boing.
I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
So there's maybe it's like I would say it's if it popularly gets promoted, then it is fact. Like even going back to Goku, Goku gets Super Saiyan, but you don't know how. Technically, no, it's not as common in vogue like that. Spoilers: he gets Krillin dies.
saying that is so strange. We're just like Krillin dies.
Krillin dies and pops like a balloon, and then Goku goes. Gets, so that is a spoiler. I would say because of the specifics of it.
That's
So,
a spoiler, but
I-
it's also I don't feel bad saying it because it's like God, 30 years old at this point. Like it's
Yeah,
40,
yeah.
you know.
So that, yeah, I get. So I
Spoiler
was-
alert for Dragon Ball
Spoil-
Z. Spoiler alert for Dragon Ball Z.
Tim peaks ever so slightly whenever he
Spoiler alert for Dragon Ball Z. That's for the producer to slap on at the start.
So it's a mix of age and how culturally like big it is, but the specifics in it are always touchable.
And even
So
the
I like-
cultural
yeah.
aspect, how big it is, I feel like it's debatable. For me, I believe it's when your grandma literally knows about it or has seen it. You know, like this isn't. I don't think cultural, and then all anime fans know this because it's like that's hogwash. You know, like that's already too small. That's already too small of a pool. Versus like your grandma will be like, oh, it's that Goku boy. With the blonde hair, like that. That's fine. That's fine at this point.
Right.
My grandma would just be
I,
like,
I
it's
can, I can
Satanás,
see that. It can be done.
the devil.
Yeah, the devil. Diablo.
El Diablo, okay.
El Diablo. Okay.
El
Okay,
Diablo
watching that
Goku.
again,
And I'm
El
like, oh,
Diablo Goku.
El Diablo
That's pretty sick.
Goku.
That's pretty sick. That should be his next
Yeah,
power.
that's, he already turned red. He already turned red, y'all.
But that should be called El Diablo.
El Diablo Goku.
Ah!
Well, then I think that leads to like because of all these little, we've been on like these little like differences on what exactly makes it. So I think it all comes back to what exactly is a spoiler to you. Because I think Tim, you made a good point earlier about like the one for one, it wasn't a spoiler because it was culturally significant. So what do you guys think a spoiler is? And maybe that'll be what gets me to finally see if y'all are nuts or not.
I don't know, because it's gotten to a point where sometimes where I even get mad. Like a costume change is a spoiler, technically.
Agreed.
Anything that shows you a potential character that hasn't been revealed could be considered a spoiler. Even if heck, right now people blame trailers for showing them spoilers too. So this is also something that blows my mind because it's like, okay, the company is explicitly trying to spoil you here. Like it's doing it to get you into the property. So maybe don't check out the trailer then or something. I don't know. Trailers are supposed to at least establish the story beat, the main antagonist, but anything can be technically a spoiler if you don't know about it.
Like
I
a
don't
Doritos
know.
like a
Tacos ad.
like a Taco Bell ad. Yeah, you're right, Cristal.
Spoilers
Anything
are.
is spoil-
I've
Like how
got the
Burger King goes, we
definition.
got the new chicken fries, and then Cristal's like,
Yeah,
come
like,
on.
oh, they got chicken fries.
I want to walk in Burger King's myself and go, oh snap, they got chicken fries.
Not a lie. I was super excited when they came up with the chicken
No.
burger because I did not know. I did not know that I could.
Oh.
Or the chicken taco at Taco Bell. It's a fried
Cristal
chicken
Marie
taco.
wasn't spoiled
Oh my
about the chicken
God.
taco, and she was hyped. If she was
I was-
spoiled about that, she would have been pissed.
Honestly, I probably would have thought it was gross. But then when I saw it in my
Please
face, I was
clip
like,
this,
no, that looks
Adrian.
nice.
Please clip Cristal Marie saying that Taco Bell ads are spoilers. Like,
They're
I want the spoiler
spoilers.
verse. I
Oh,
want the spoiler
please.
verse.
And we make sure to put the spoiler warning too.
Yeah. Spoiler alert. Oh, let me do the bit. Spoiler alert for Taco Bell. Spoiler alert for Taco Bell.
But I guess to me,
back the Mexican
what a
pizza.
spoiler. God. To me, what a spoiler is any type of information that is not popularly known that will dictate what I think is going to happen. So that can go, as Cristal said, a costume change, which like say this actually is a spoiler. Have you guys played Persona 5?
No, but I know a lot of spoilers about him.
I have it, and I play. Okay,
All right,
I played it
I won't
halfway.
say it. I won't say it. All I'll say is like still a spoiler warning. A character does
Spoiler
a
alert
costume
for
change.
Persona 5.
Yeah, a character does a costume change, and it actually kind of like, and if you were to see the costume change, you'd be like, oh shit. You'd be like, oh whoa, and it would reveal a lot to you, and that's a spoiler. Like I go back to the Danganronpa.
But would it be a
go ahead.
spoiler for non-Persona fans? Because Persona, if you know the series, you know that, a lot of the powers and the costumes that represents.
I would say
Their
it's like
psyche,
a
but-
time bomb spoiler. Because once you do, you'll remember that, and once you see how the world works,
You
you're
go,
like, oh
you
wait,
go, okay.
damn it, like you know what I mean? Like it adds like a whole different layer. As a whole.
I agree though. I agree for that. That's a spoiler.
I have a similar thing with Fire Emblem. Like, there's a character who does completely change. And I remember when I saw the promotional posters or stuff or fan art, I didn't think they were the same character at all. And someone told me they're the same character, and that was a spoiler to me. And I was like, oh, I mean, to be fair.
Spoiler alert for Kingdom.
Fire Emblem.
Wait. Fire for Kingdom Hearts.
For Kingdom Hearts?
Fire Emblem
For Kingdom.
character.
I don't know why I said Kingdom Hearts, because I
Sure.
just remember they have the three heroes. That's the new one, right?
Why did you call Fire Emblem?
I don't know.
Three houses.
Fire
Emblem,
houses.
Three
I was playing that the
Fire
other
Emblem,
day.
Fire
Yeah,
Emblem.
I was playing Fire Emblem the other day.
Yeah.
Was it Three Houses, Cristal?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, then I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Right? That's a huge spoiler. To be fair, though, it made me want to play it more, but that's me because that's how my brain works.
Nope. Don't
I was
wanna
like,
know that.
oh, that character goes through a character arc like that? Sign me up.
Nope.
I'm into
do
that.
not ruin the character arc.
I
That's
will
the whole
not.
reason I'm here.
But that's the whole point of why you tune in.
Oh my god.
So spoilers are Taco Bell ads. That's it. This is all we know. That's it. We don't know what spoiler. They're everything. They're everything. And everybody, you know what? Everybody deserves to have their spoiler beliefs respected. And that's why we're trying our best to have spoiler tags, spoiler, pictures, pixelating things. And if you're someone who likes to look for spoilers, go to the spoiler tag specifically. But I do admit, and I will call people out here on Twitter.com, spoiling right after an episode has aired on your public timeline immediately. Like, seriously, wait,
Bad look.
or go
That's a
into a
bad look,
tag,
yeah.
or I don't know, mute.
Find
I
a
don't know.
Discord community. Like,
Yeah.
go somewhere else.
Yeah, get
Go
on
somewhere else.
Discord.
I
Get
hate
a
that.
Discord account.
You're like spoiling for clout. That's all you're doing. You're spoiling for clout. And you know what? You're just being a dick.
So I think this goes back to like, are we just making fun of manga readers now? Because that's what that is. It's
I love
like,
reading
yo,
manga.
like-
I love reading manga, but the way manga
Hello.
readers come out on social media is not good. It's not a good look. We're
the
putting
whole-
a bad example for manga readers.
the entire Demon Slayer movie was spoiled immediately after the first season was done. Immediately, everyone's
couldn't
like
wait. They couldn't
spoilers. Yeah, they could not wait. It was
They
immediate.
saw the
It
scene
was
of the train going choo choo chugga chugga, and people were like,
yeah, and they're like, "Oh, everyone get ready." I hate you. I don't want to know that I'll be sad because I'm gonna assume and like thankfully I had read it already, but I wasn't tweeting nothing. But I saw that everyone was saying that, and I'm like, dude, you make it so obvious of what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
we have brains.
You're gonna
Wait,
be so
spoiler
sad.
alert for Demon Slayer Mugen Train. Spoiler alert for Demon Slayer
spoilers for
Mugen
Demon
Train.
Slayer Mugen Train.
People
You're
can't
like,
even
oh,
say, I like
You're
this
gonna
character. Because people will just come out and be like, oh, yeah,
good luck.
I was about to say, like,
dude,
the tweets
you
would look
can't
like,
do
you're
that.
gonna be so sad, and then a picture of the exact character.
Yeah.
Like
Like
this guy.
Like, here's
this
my
girl.
thing. Here's my thing. People, I know y'all are excited, all right, about sharing your experiences, but that's not good. And see, y'all contrarian because those are the exact spoilers I'm talking about. You can't do that.
No, Kurt. No,
Here it
that's
goes.
not right.
Tim
Because
didn't
me,
look for
I'll-
it.
A
Sorry.
guy like me, a guy like me, I'll see that and I'll go, that's cool with me, whatever. But I don't like their attitude as they do it, and I feel bad for the Kurtz in the world.
they're smug.
I feel bad for the Kurtz in the world, you know?
You gotta
I feel
protect
bad
the
for
Kurtz
me
in the
too.
world.
I think the world is all Kurtz. That's what I think. That's my statement. Is I think everybody in the world, other than me, don't want spoilers. So I don't like the attitude when people come out and say like, "Oh, that's gonna be tried." Because there's a difference between that and I think being excited. Because there's everyone loves the sound pillar. He's this guy with two big ass muscles. Everybody loves his character. They post his designs all the time. I think that's fine. Like being excited for a character and being like, I can't wait to see him animated. And then you show the boy. I think that's fine. But people coming out like, can't wait for this to happen. Like the Invincible on Amazon, like the new animated cartoon that's out. And it's like the comic's already out and it's been done already. And then people have read the comic and now they can't wait. They have to spoil it.
Yeah.
They have to
and
let people
that's-
know that they read something.
And that's the problematic thing is because that's just going into YouTube culture, which is like a whole different conversation. But the fact that like as soon as the show's over, you're gonna have the Tims of the world who are going to be looking for spoilers, right? And then so they'll be making videos about like I recently like I don't think I said this when we were on. Maybe I did based off of how Adrian cuts this. I had seen something. I'd finished Invincible, right? And I was like looking at Invincible reviews, so I was getting recommended Invincible videos. And alongside it, I got recommended a gigantic spoiler for Invincible in the comics. And I'm like, and it's not even, and the problem was that it was the title and the thumbnail. It was just the whole spoiler right there, just recommended to you. I'm like, and I get it from a YouTube perspective because you need
want the
clicks and
clicks. You want the
content and
clicks.
views, and it'll bring in the views. And it's like, yo, once you see the spoiler, you're like, oh, now I gotta go all the way in. But it just ruins.
It's what we just talked about with Twitter too, how people will watch the show and immediately get on Twitter and then they'll post about it. It's like, you gotta be fast. You gotta be quick to the uptake. So in this world, I think the poor Curts of this world are getting beat by social media. They're getting beat. They're getting beat up.
Slapped.
You're gonna have to. That spoiler-free lifestyle means no internet whatsoever.
Yeah, no internet, bro. Like I'll be
muted
watching.
Words doesn't work. Muted words. Don't
Yeah,
work.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't work.
No, it doesn't work. They'll find a way. Like I'll be watching a normal video, then I'll get an ad for Taco Bell Doritos Logos Taco. I'm like, no, God. Like
I'm gonna start.
It's everywhere.
Actually, no, everybody,
It's
please
everywhere.
watch
But they're
Crunchycast.
spicy
Please
now.
go to every single Doritos ad on YouTube and say spoiler. I want more
Spoilers,
people
y'all.
to go to Taco Bell ads on YouTube and start commenting. Spoilers, man. Come on.
Spoilers, y'all. I didn't
Hashtag
Twitter.
Crunchycast.
And Twitter. Go ahead and put it on Twitter. Yeah,
Yeah.
you didn't have to reveal
Make
that
this
those
a new
nachos
trend.
were spicy now. Like, that they were now the fiery
I hate you're
nachos.
leaning into it.
I'm just saying.
Not like I don't
Listen,
know.
the
Cristal
conclusion of
truly
this
believes
podcast is the world is Curt and spoilers are Taco Bell. That's what we've got.
But yes,
And you need a
how I
safe
feel.
word.
That's how I feel. You know. Yeah,
Yeah.
we need consensual spoiling.
We
The
need
world
consensual
needs more
spoiling.
consensual spoiling.
Yeah, I'm
Is what-
okay
is
with
the-
it
is the-
as long as
yeah.
consensual. I will always say no. I'm an asexual spoiler, but y'all have the right to do. I don't understand your way of life, but y'all have the right to do what you want.
You
yo.
do you. Yeah, you do you. We
You
do
do
we.
you.
We do
You.
we.
We do we
And
and
the world can be a better place in
The
that
world.
way. We can all agree on that. We can all disagree on the little minute details, but the point we all agree with is, come on, guys, don't spoil things to people that don't want to be spoiled, and assume that everybody doesn't want to be spoiled. Ask
Assume
before you
don't
start start punching people's faces like with
bro,
spoilers.
Don't even like. hint
I
at
eat the
it.
punches up, and I'm like those anime characters that are like, and I don't flinch
bro,
at
like,
all.
yeah,
I'm just like,
yeah, yo, just
Yeah.
don't.
I love your
Don't-
superpowers.
poor Kurt's on the ground, just going like,
I feel like it. I feel like, yo, just ask them if they've seen the show, and if they haven't seen the show, ask them
Walk
if they
away.
want to hear about the show, and that's it. That's all.
And-
don't tell me about anything else.
And I'm
Unless
more
I
on
say
Twitter
so.
now than ever before, so I'm seeing it more. But honestly, it's just weird. I feel like when someone's like, "I like the show," I feel like it'll be weird to ask them permission to spoil it. I just feel like that's a weird interaction. You should do it. You should to ask people if they want to be spoiled. But I just think it's a weird thing to come up to people and be like, "Hey, you want to be spoiled for this?" It's like,
I mean, true. It's true. Like, where do people get this like desire to talk to a perfect stranger about something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
and be mean about it or rude about it? Like, yeah. By the way, like, because I get it with my friends. Like, if I want to be mean to one of my friends, it's because they're one of my friends, and I'm being mean on purpose. That's different. But like, I'm controlling.
I'm a bad person.
I'm just being evil. But if it's someone who I don't know and I'm doing that,
that's
to them,
evil.
like, would you
That's
do that
evil.
in person?
That's
like, you meet someone at a random space at an arcade, and they're talking about Mugen Train and how they bought tickets and they're gonna see it. And now, okay, I'm saying circa when it was in the movies. And the first thing you go is, "Oh, really? Boy, you're gonna be sad."
Like just busting in on their conversation. That's what's
Insert
happening. You know?
Beavis and Butthead laugh here.
I hate that. I do not like that.
Yeah. So in conclusion,
Don't do that
manga
to Curt.
readers, please be sensible. Light novel readers, please be sensible. people who watched it already, be sensible. Let's all just be sensible and ask for spoiler consent.
Yeah.
Is the end of the day, that's what we lie on.
Right, exactly.
Even I who don't care, I'd like to be asked first, hey, can I spoil you? And I'll be like, hell yeah, go for it. I don't care.
Yeah.
You know?
Again, it's just going back to what we said of just life tips. Ask consent. Just normal life tips.
Yeah, and also
Ask consent.
don't assume that because you got consent, every limit is off. Like, still continue to see what the boundaries are. People will inform you.
Feel
They'll
it
let you
out,
know
feel it
what kind of
out.
spoiler
Yeah.
they're okay with versus which ones they're not okay with. Costume changes, bring it on. Telling me who dies, maybe not.
If anything, this conversation has taught me that, like, Tim, I kind of don't know what's going on in your brain. And Cristal, I have no idea what is happening in there. If that's just really what I've taken away,
Tacos.
is
I have a straight rule. I have a simple
I
rule.
get it.
I
Like,
don't
I'm
care
like,
about
you're
spoilers.
you're like chaotic neutral.
Yeah, Cristal is just chaos.
And
It's
Cristal
just
is
chaos
like
incarnate.
just chaotic, like chaotic.
Hey,
Doritos Locos Nachos.
Yeah,
I mean-
for randos, they can just spoil me anything. For Cristal, it depends on their day,
Cristal
depends on
is-
their mood. It depends on the where the moon is, where the planets
feel like-
align.
yeah. If
I'm
it's Mercury
lawful
retrograde,
neutral.
be careful. Yeah,
No,
I'm
you're
lawful
lawfully good,
neutral.
Kurt. You're lawful good.
You're lawful good.
Lawful good. I'll take lawful good. Tim is chaotic neutral. Cristal is Doritos.
Dorito.
Yikes. So at the end, let's hear from the audience though. Let's hear from the audience. How do you guys feel? Because these are the points that I want to know about how other people feel. Do you care about spoilers? First of all, that's an easy one. When is it okay to spoil? So we've talked about in our end, it's like it's got to be a cultural thing, maybe a few years, but even years is debatable at this point. Time period is also debatable. I say cultural thing is the be all end all. And then third, if you guys think Doritos Locos Taco Bell ads are spoilers, if you think advertisements are spoilers, so those three things.
Advertisements are spoilers.
Yeah.
Are you a Curt, Tim, or a Cristal?
Yeah.
Let us know.
There you go. Let us know in the comments down below. That is the end of the spoiler talk episode. My goodness, we're throwing fists. Everyone's coming out with bruises. Thank you so much. That was Crunchycast, the Crunchyroll podcast. I'm Tim Liu.
I'm Cristal Marie.
I'm Curt Ritchie.
And let's get the heck out of here. My God. Spoiler alert, we're leaving. Spoiler.
Yeah, spoilers.